Hello and welcome to the second channel for Tales from the Trip. I'm your host, the Trip Keeper, and on today's video we're going to find out if I have autism. And we're going to do this fast and easy, the easiest way. You don't even need to go to the doctor for this. This is scientifically proven to find out if you have autism. We're going back to IDR labs like we did with the personality test. Now, I have my beef with it. We got into a little squabble there, but I'd say it was pretty, good score, I guess, for most of it. I mean, I disagree with some things, but a lot of things that were true in there, except the questions they were asking yes or no. I mean, come on, you got to ask me more than that. So hopefully this one is different. Probably not, but we're going to find out because we want to know if we have autism or not. Not if we, I mean, maybe you guys do. Some of you guys do, not all of you, but we're going to find out. Now, autism. If you were to tell someone they had autism 10 years ago, it would have been looked at as like, embarrassing, something like, oh my God, why would you say that? But now it's like, it seems like it's like a cool trend, which is really kind of stupid because it's like, this is a disorder, it's not something like to just say that you have it without even like getting proof. Nah, I'm just doing this just to see what the hell. Maybe because I've been told, I have autism, Asperger's. People have told me I'm very strange. I'm a very strange guy. So we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna put that to the autism test to see if I'm just really strange or maybe if there's something else there. So let's get this started. I know you guys wanted this, and I also did a poll about doing the frightening trip reports to fall asleep to volume 3. Well, I was going to do that, but that's going to take me a while to read, and I want to have like a little bit to myself tonight, so I'm just going to do this, and I figure this would be quicker. But yeah, so the next video I do will be that, and I figured I shouldn't probably do volume 2 and volume 3 right after each other because that's just like, I don't know. It's just you don't want to put them sequential like that. You want to have a video in between. And why not test if we have autism? That's a perfect in between video before volume 3. I mean, come on. You could put this in the playlist together. Volume 2, autism test. Volume 3, perfect. You'll be asleep in 2 seconds. All right, let's click on this. Autism spectrum test. As you can see, these are countries, flags. Oh boy. Wait a second. Is this... Wait, I can't even click on this. Oh, there's more options now. Sweet. Wait, you can go all the way? Okay. All right, this will be better. This will be better than the last test. We also have our Miller High Life. Didn't have that last video, but we have it right now. I often bump into things or trip over my own feet. I'm just doing that because I want to know when I have to edit the sound. I gotta put it together, make it set up. I don't really trip over my own feet, I don't think, but I do bump into things. But I have to say that's a slightly disagree. That's what that would be, right? I have trouble understanding what people mean when they say they feel happy for someone else. Trouble understanding what people mean when they say they feel happy for someone else. No, I wouldn't say that. I have certain routines or habits I must follow. Yes, that's a bad habit of mine. I talk to my friends at a party the same way I would talk to my coworkers. Honestly, I'm pretty much an open book the whole time. It really depends. There's certain people, though, that I will not be open to, but most people I'm pretty cool with. So I'll put slightly agree. I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. You bet your sweet bippy. When I'm having a conversation with someone, I prefer to look at the wall, at their shoes, or somewhere other than into their eyes. Yeah, this is a problem with my dude. I looked up where to keep eye contact with, and it gave me so much anxiety thinking about how it says if you look into one eye, they know it. So now it's like when I start looking at their eye, I'm starting to think that hey, they think it's weird. So I'm like, I don't know. But then they start looking directly at me, and I'm like, well, I got to keep eye contact too. So I just like open my eyes like wide, hey, stuff like that. But yeah, no, I would prefer just to look down the whole time if I could. But some people, if you have beautiful eyes, I'll look into your soul. When I get angry, I calm down faster than most people. Well, it depends how angry are we getting. Like, are we getting super angry or are we just getting angry? I have to say, slightly agree. Being away from home for extended periods of time frightens me. Well, if you're on vacation, sort of. Yeah, I'll put agree. Never been good at sports. Disagree. I was a beast at baseball. Come fuck with me on that. I'm often beset by feelings of sadness. Yeah, still sad. Wouldn't say I'm totally depressed anymore, but definitely sadness. I generally avoid eye contact with others. Agree. It's oh my god, yep, fidgeting. Like I'm doing it right now. So, yeah. Fidget? I fucking fidget. Sopranos. Shut up. As a child, I'd often repeat words or phrases that were said to me. As a child, so not as an adult. Um, I guess like I don't know. Now I have to put neutral. My first neutral. I really don't know. Others have told me that I have problems managing my anger. Nope. I am almost always in the same neutral or flat mood. At least that's what I show. Yes. Others have told me that I speak like a robot. I've gotten comments like that, but do I want to put neutral? Because I haven't gotten it in a little bit. But Ozzy agrees, right? Um, let's see. Okay, speak like a robot. I'll have to do neutral again. Uh, I've been described. Excuse me. I've been described as having an unusual posture. No, no one's ever spoke on that. I enjoy parties. No, I enjoy some parties, but I must slightly disagree with that. Wait, yeah, okay. I feel irritated and or angry when I have to navigate uncertain situations. Slightly disagree. I almost always carry some special object in my purse or wallet that provides me with a sense of security, comfort, or control. Well, your driver's license would sure do that, but no, I would disagree with that. I do not like going to loud places like malls, markets, and amusement parks. I do not like going to loud places. I used to love going to Cedar Point, but now I don't really want to go there anymore. So I think that is, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that. I hate loud places. I like the quiets. Expressions like raining cats and dogs and feeling like $1 million are confusing to me. Disagree. I dislike talking to people I don't know. I agree. I try not to talk. People have told me that I could be obsessed about my interests. Slightly agree or neutral. Yeah. I'm very sensitive to noise. I'd say so. I get unless it's like blasting music that I like, but everything else is just ugh. If I hear a loud noise, I like jump, freak myself out. I have a tendency to yell at people when I feel frustrated or stressed. Disagree. I never yell. I cannot stand certain sounds, such as those made by vacuum cleaners, drums, and or busy traffic. I'm. I wouldn't say I'm bothered by that. Oh, you know what? Vacuum cleaners. I haven't really had to use one. I use it to. I use the little small vacuum part to clean up like all the dust in the ground when I sweep up. But haven't had carpeting since I lived in my apartment in 2019. Um, but vacuums, I like the way it sounds when it goes over the dust and over the crumbs. That's kind of really satisfying to me. So I wouldn't say I get bothered by sounds like that. But busy traffic, I don't think so either. I just get pissed off by traffic. Drums, yeah, I don't. None of those really. Um, I'd have to put slightly disagree. I get temper tantrums where others cannot reach me. Disagree. I wouldn't say I rarely ever have any temper like that. I am rarely worried about anything. I worry all the time. I rarely experience happiness or joy. That's a neutral. People sometimes tell me that I'm being rude in conversations, even though I think I'm being polite. Yeah, sometimes I'd have to slightly agree with that. Like, I have to control myself. Like, when I realize I'm not saying something right, like, I try to fix it on the spot. But yeah, it just comes out. I find it difficult to make decisions or act without guidance from others. Disagree. I'm all on my own, baby. I often rock myself or fiddle with my hands to feel better. Um, Neutral, because I wouldn't say I rock myself, but I do. No, I slightly disagree. It is stressful for me to retain eye contact with other. What's with these eye contact questions? You already asked me two other ones. Yeah, but it is very stressful, I'd say. I usually feel unhappy more days than not. Slightly agree. Neutral. It's like in between. There should be 100 choices to pick for each question. Yeah, I would have to slightly agree on that. I get obsessed with strings and numbers such as dates or license plates. I wouldn't say I get obsessed with them but I do have a good memory of numbers. I like all the postal trucks at our office. Like I can list all of them. I'm not gonna do it here because that would just be total privacy. That's probably even illegal to do. But yeah, I can read every route that has a truck. At least the box trucks, the LOVs. But the other new trucks that we got, I have never driven them yet, so I don't look at those. But the ones that have always been there, the LOVs, I know those. So, and I used to know my library card. I know my license number. Like, yeah, I'm good with numbers. So I'm gonna have to slightly agree, even though I'm not sure. Should I just put neutral? Because I'm not obsessed. Yeah, I'm gonna put neutral. Even when I'm paying attention to conversations, I do not necessarily look into the eyes of the speaker. Slightly agree. When I see a balloon, I worry that it might pop. Slightly disagree. At parties or other social gatherings, I'll usually stand in corners or close to a wall. Um, yeah, I'd have to slightly agree. As a child, I put most of the pressure on the front of my feet when walking. Man, I don't even remember. How am I supposed to remember that? Put most of the pressure on the front of my feet. I have to disagree because I don't think I did that. I follow a set schedule closely and tend to avoid unfamiliar things. I usually go by the book. Um, I like to upload, do it right. I like to go grocery shopping on Sundays. Yeah, work on YouTube every other day and go to work. Others have told me I have repetitive bodily movements. Yeah, my first therapist told me that I was rubbing my beard a lot when I was talking, and that made me anxious. That she pointed that out. I accumulate lots of facts on subjects and topics that interest me. Hell yeah, I love learning about these. I have a tendency to hit or destroy things when I'm angry or stressed. I wouldn't say I destroy things, but I have, hit myself when I start like no, I wouldn't say when I'm stressed, but like when I start thinking about, problems that I've had in the past or things that I've said, I just like, slap myself a little bit just to get me to stop thinking about it, like punch my damn thigh. I said that in the last video or whatever video that was. It helps. I'll tell you what. It hurts, but it helps. You just need to hurt yourself sometimes, Miller High Life, baby. Miller Low Life. Am I right? I have to disagree because I don't do that. New social situations make me anxious. Yeah. When watching movies, I do not usually look at the eyes of the actors. Slightly agree. I usually look at their hair or just how beautiful they are. People have told me that I make repetitive, strange noises and or repeat certain words out of context. I know I do this, but people have never told me I've done that specifically. So I have to slightly agree since no one ever said anything, but I've noticed it myself. If that makes sense. I sometimes have compulsive thoughts about being injured or having other bad things happen to me in extremely specific ways. Yep, you bet your sweet bippy. I hate the sound of fireworks, fire alarms, and or thunder. Slightly disagree. I love the sound of thunder, even though it can be creepy sometimes, like when the super loud ones. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Fireworks, yeah. Others say that I speak too loudly or too softly. Slightly agree. I definitely. It all depends, you know. Sometimes I speak too loud. Sometimes I'm too soft. All right, let's see what this says. This is the Labs ASD test. IDR ASDT was developed by IDR Labs. The IDR ASDT is based on the work of Dr. Sarah L. Barrett, Dr. Mirko Oljerovich, Dr. Emma K. Baker, Dr. Amanda L. Richdale, Dr. Catherine R.G. Jones, and Dr. Susan R. Leakum, who created the Adult Repetitive Behaviors Questionnaire RBQ2A. The IDR ASDT is not associated with any of the above mentioned researchers. Oh, okay, so based on the work. Okay. So I guess this was like kind of like a doctor's work, but not really. It's probably very similar, so I'm kind of fucking scared. Oh God, we're gonna find out if if I have autism. This is gonna be this. We're gonna find out. Oh God, ready? Drum roll, please. I hate the sound of drums. Stop it. Oh, okay. I'm happy about my depression. Aggression, look at that. There's like no for aggression. Abnormal posture. Yep. Anxiety, social difficulty. I'm moderate. I'm moderate. Yes. I'm a moderate autistic man. Yes. Okay. So I have moderate autism. That's I honestly thought it was going to be severe, but yeah, no, I would definitely I think a lot of people just have these, you know, I think it's just you know, there's a lot of things in autism that is similar to other things that like people have like with depression and anxiety. I think most of it for me is just the anxiety symptoms and depression symptoms. But I feel like if I was aggressive more, maybe, you know, it could be maybe a light case of it. I'm not sure. Not that I would mind, you know, I've lived my whole life with it. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of to have autism. It's really, they're just like everybody else. And it just doesn't affect me if you have it. You know, it's really, it's like every normal person. I don't see anyone differently like that. You know, it's just, if you have it, good. You know, if you don't, good. Doesn't matter. We're all equal. We're all one and one. We all came from the same frickin' bang. No matter what bang it was, we came from one bang. Because someone got banged to create me, and that was my mom. But yeah, I know lots of people with autism. Coolest people ever. You know. Um, so I don't know. What would you guys say about this? I mean, you guys should definitely take this test. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, no, it's definitely not going to tell you if you have autism or not. You got to get it tested if you really want to. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. I don't think I have it though. Like I just think I'm just a very strange man, and people have said it. Uh, I wouldn't say I'm to the point of Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover. That's just like extreme weirdness. But yeah. Uh, but I do agree with with this graph right here. Unlike the last time where I just didn't really agree with it at all. Like the poor eye contact. That's my number one thing. I work so hard. It used to be actually pretty good, but now it's like terrible. But yeah, my posture is usually great. Like I walk normally. You know I sit up straight. I have a great posture. My back is like the strongest part of my body, other than my legs. Dude, I remember when I was working out at my community college, I would do this back machine. Now I couldn't really do the biceps, like a lot of pounds added on, or the bench press or whatever. But when I did this back machine where I had the weights, like I forgot what you did, but I think you like back up into it, dude. I was like at the highest level, and I was pushing him like, "You bitch, you motherfucker." I felt like fucking The Rock Johnson in that bitch. And then working for the post office definitely has my legs being very muscular, but yeah, it's just I don't know why I'm talking about this. Oh yeah, my forgetfulness should be on here too. No, because when you have autism, you don't forget. You always remember. But no, I got good posture. Anxiety. That's about like I would say that's exactly what I have. Let's see. That's one, two, three, four, five. So this is about 6.2, 6.1, I'd say. Social difficulty, yeah, I'd say that's about right. That's like a 7, 7.3. Noise sensitivity, I'm honestly, I think I'm more sensitive to noise than that. Like it's just not like fireworks, thunder. There's just other certain things. Ticks and fidgets, I am pretty much fidgeting all the time. But yeah, I have to say that fixations, I have very like particular things that I do, like, and I also tell myself, like if I don't do something, something bad is gonna happen. It's like really strange. I don't know if anyone else has that, but I just think in my head like if you don't get to that cube, to that square in the sidewalk by the time that car passes by or something like that. I've seen that before as like someone's posted that as like a meme somewhere and people were agreeing with it. So I'm sure other people feel that way too, but it's like that all the time for me, not just with that. That's just like an example. It could be something else stupid. Like also I have to pet Ozzy before I go or something bad is going to happen at work or something. And it's just like, it really bothers me. I love petting Ozzy, don't get me wrong. But the fact that I have to pet him before I leave and I count down by 10, and if I get out the door in more than 10 seconds, I have to go back and pet him again. So that just shows you how fixated I am in my brain. Like it's as bad sometimes, and I wish I could fix that. When I was taking the Zoloft, I didn't have those fixations. I was doing that shit. I was skipping it. But now, Lexapro has definitely helped me in many ways. Has not gotten rid of my fixations. I'm still having nightmares. Sleep paralysis has gone away. I've had it once since I've been on it, probably over a month or two now. So that's good. But yeah. And it didn't matter. I could sleep on my back, sleep on my side, and even drinking. It doesn't matter if I wasn't drinking, if I was sleeping on my side, I could still get it. It doesn't. It did not matter to me. I wasn't seeing demons or anything. I haven't seen a demon since 2016 when I first had it. My head feels like it's gonna fucking explode. I have that exploding head syndrome shit. I don't know if it's exactly that, but that's what it feels like. It's because I don't know if it's like a little different than what I'm thinking of, but it just feels like your head is gonna fucking just burst at any moment, and it hurts really bad. But then when you wake up, you feel nothing. It's very scary when you're sleeping because you can't help it. You can't wake up. But yeah, I sometimes I just scream myself awake, and it's very scary. Because I can hear it, but I just can't get up. But then when I finally get up, I finally, it's like when Leonardo DiCaprio comes out of that fucking buried alive shit he was in The Revenant, like when he's coming out of that dirt. That's how I felt trying to get out of this damn sleep paralysis. But Ozzy's running around. He's got the zoomies. But anyways, I would take this if I were you. This is definitely a fun test, even if it's not like a legit thing. You can just learn more about, what you may have. I mean, they tell you, it could be moderate. It could be, the other one is probably severe and just not at all. There's probably other things too. But yeah. But yeah, that was the autism spectrum test. Let me know what you guys tested on there. Do you guys have autism? Shout out to you. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but that is the autism spectrum test, and I am the Trip Keeper, and we are done.